defending America East champion Binghamton Bearcats women's lacrosse once again atop the polls in the conference. The Bearcats were voted #1 this preseason and are less than 1 month away from face-off. Binghamton earned 36 points in the polls and 6 out of 7 first-place votes. The team the Bearcats overtook for first place last season. Albany finished a close second with 30 points from the OU coaches. Bearcats head coach Stephanie Allen says she is happy for her players and that they are seeing the recognition of all of their hard work, but says they still need to stay humble headed into this season.
We'll really harp as the team comes back in this weekend, staying humble, staying hungry. We have to pay the rent every day, so it's going to be an exciting season, though, and I think that, if we look at it as motivation, that's a positive for sure.
Binghamton with 4 on the preseason All-American Conference team as well. Attacker Olivia Muscalina, as well as middies Emma Bloschmeat, Abigail Carroll, and Angelina Swao, all honored by the AE.